All right, it looks like we are live. Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me in the Discord, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. So, with that being said, it is Easter weekend, and I'm going to do a short stream because there's no school. So, if you know anything about school and kids being out of school, it kind of gets your schedule a little wonky on a Friday Pie Day, baby. But it is Friday Pie Day. With that being said, we're going to talk about a few things. There's some crazy stuff that happened, at least something that was brought to my attention that looks pretty crazy. We'll put it like that. Again, I will reiterate this to all of the people. And these people know who they are. These people know who they are. My name is Drew Wolfer, okay? Not God, not crypto market pumper guy, not backdoor dev dude, right? I tried to call the devs. Actually, I tried to call the devs last week, and you guys saw it live on the stream. I called the devs, and I was like, yo, pump Bitcoin, man. We need, like, there's this one guy in the Discord that really says, we should sell the top of Bitcoin, even though we don't own Bitcoin. We should have sold the top. And so I tried to call the devs, and I was like, yo, devs, can we get some pumpage on the Bitcoin? And they said, yeah, I can only give you 86K. I only got 86K worth of juice, basically. Drew Wolfer, crypto pumper guy. So we're going to just let everybody know that I do not control the markets. Okay. So if you have unrealistic expectations about that, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could help. I wish I could call AVAX and say, hey, AVAX, $150 token price, please. FTM, actually, previously FTM. Sonic, 70. Look, the guy already left in the Discord. One of the guys that he knows, it was him. That's funny as hell. He literally dipped. He's like, oh, he's talking about me. Come out. Yeah. So anyways, in any case, yeah, I don't control the markets. There's, it is what it is, man. Everybody's got to be patient. We all have to be patient. And, it is what it is. Gold's breaking new all-time highs every single day. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? It's probably just because no big deals, right? There's nothing going on in the market that could pump gold at all, ever. No way. There's no way that gold's a safe haven asset and that there's safe haven demand for gold. If you look at the gold chart, $3,350. Oops, sorry, hold on. This is crazy, man. Gold is gone on an absolutely parabolic run. $3,358. Let's look at the weekly chart. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The gold chart looks like an old school Bitcoin chart, man. Look at that thing. Let me take this stuff off of here so you can actually see it. Doesn't that just look like a parabolic Bitcoin chart? Boom, right? Like, gold is the Bitcoin of right now. This is what it is. But in any case, gold is breaking $3,300 mark. Okay. Now, here's the one thing that I know people are like, I don't care about gold. Well, you should care about gold because gold is a barometer for economic health, for inflation, for central bank policies, for global economic and trade tensions, for, let's just call it what it is, geopolitical tensions too, right? So with gold pumping, it's showing you that this, expanding trade war that they have in this title, it's a real thing, man. In between us, China, everybody else, blah, 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 right? I mean, this is a real thing. So obviously the markets are closed, so gold can't do anything today. The S&P can't do anything today. So the S&P can't pump Bitcoin up, but it also can't drag it down, right? So, I mean, there's only so much that we can, decipher from the markets today because the markets are closed for Good Friday, right? But in any case, when gold's pumping, dude, like risk assets aren't going to be doing that great. And what is Bitcoin? As it sits right now, it is a risk asset. So we are going to see Bitcoin continue to capitulate or at least go sideways to where it's at. And it could set another low, but I'm super bullish on Bitcoin right now. Okay. And the reason isn't because I'm bullish on the price of $84,000 right now. I'm bullish on the fact that 2025 is going to be that. And I don't want this to sound like hopium. This is like data-driven and fact-based reasoning behind this. But I think that 2025 is the year that kind of Trump breaks down the system and fixes a lot of the things that are broken and then turns things to where they need to be, right? And we start getting currencies that are backed. And that's that. So this is going to be good on, this is going to be good for crypto long term. A second thing that's going to be good for crypto long term is that this SEC, they disbanded the law or the enforcement from the U.S. government on crypto. Okay, the governmental task force that was supposed to basically, govern crypto and stuff, they ceased it. It's wonderful news, right? Because a lot of crypto is not securities. Okay, a lot of these are utility tokens. A lot of these are, at the very least, commodities, and some of them, like Bitcoin, in my opinion, are just straight currencies, right? If you call Bitcoin a commodity, there's an argument that could be made for that. It's similar to gold. But I would say Bitcoin is more of a currency. So that's just my opinion. Now, one of the big news things that happened in the market right now, dude, I mean, this is crazy. There was a Republican state senator that was suing the SEC, okay, just a while back, because they were trying to basically govern crypto as well, okay? Now, this apparently Republican state attorney is asking a judge to pause their ongoing lawsuit, citing there's new leadership. What's the new leadership, you ask? Well, Gensler's gone. So this guy is saying, hey, let's let them show us what they're going to do. Okay. And then if they keep trying to, intrude, then we'll continue with our lawsuit. Right. So that judge did agree. Right. As you can see right here. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. In my opinion. Dude, did Coinbase get caught in a $15 million rug pull though? I don't know. Let's see what they say. So a meme coin incident on Base chain sparked controversy over a token called Base is for everyone. $17 million market cap before crashing nearly 90% in 20 minutes. And that sounds like Mantra. Mantra DAO crashed 90% in an hour too. Was that a rug pull? I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. I think something happened weird with Mantra, but that's just my opinion. Now, there was an extreme token concentration with the top 3 wallets holding almost 50% of the supply. So this was definitely pretty much a rug pull, right? Now, is this Coinbase's coin? No, it's not. So is this, a very clickbaity kind of article? Maybe. I mean, is this Coinbase's coin? I highly doubt it. I mean, they tweeted about it, but that's crazy, man. This format allows users to mint interactive content as NFTs on Zora. Immediately after the post went live, a meme coin with the same name was automatically launched. Yeah, so it wasn't coined by Coinbase. People are stupid, man. Like, that's crazy. This is how quick scammers are now. Coinbase tweeted that Base is for everyone and that you can mint NFTs on Zora.co. And then somebody created a token that fast on Base chain. And it went up to $17 million market cap in 70 minutes. And then they rug pulled it for 15 mil. Whoa, dude. I mean, dude, this is where you got to just be you got to understand, you got to be cool, man. You got to understand that, you got to take some sort of accountability in the market for yourself. Okay. You have to take some sort of accountability in what you do in the market. Are you dumb for buying this? Maybe. People get rug pulled every day, man. It's crazy. It's diabolical. It's one of the craziest things that happens in our markets right now. But it is what it is. This stuff is just going to keep happening if people allow it to keep happening, right? So until people start saying, enough is enough, I'm going to stop buying these bullshit coins, it's going to keep happening, So, I mean, where there's a cesspool of degenerates, there's going to be a secondary cesspool of scammers that feed the degenerates, right? So that's, one of the things that is, in my opinion, going to hinder the growth of crypto is the the dumb nature of some of the stuff that we do inside of crypto, right? Which is, for all intents and purposes, meme coins, pump and dump coins, stupid coins. Like, there's a coin called Fart Coin. Really? There's a coin called Fart Coin. So how do you get the world to take you serious when you got coins like that, right? When, you know, all these influencers are launching all these pump and dump coins, right? And they're all in on it. Trust me, dude. I've been approached about it. I've gotten into some of their little private Telegram groups where there's all these influencers with 100,000 plus people on Twitter, and there's 15 of them, and they've all got all the tokens. And they're like, here's what we're going to do, and blah, 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 blah. And there's a reason why they do it in Telegram, so they can just delete the messages, never get caught. So the more that you, as a crypto market, allow this to happen, the more that it's going to happen. You're self-perpetuating the cycle by buying stupid stuff like Fart Coin, right? I'm not saying that there's not money to be made on some of these things, but I'm saying like 90% of people don't make money. 90% of people get wrecked. Do you really think that you're the top 10%? I don't know. Maybe you are, right? Maybe you are once, maybe you are twice. Are you every time that you invest? No, probably not. Most people are going to get wrecked. So just take these things into account whenever you're actually, you know, doing this stuff. If you want a Wolfer update, you already know where to find it. You go right in here to the Wolfer Discord, and there's a channel. I feel like it's crazy that I have to say this, but there is a channel called Announcements. And if you click on that channel, there's like a 45-minute video that gives you an entire synopsis of everything Wolfer. That none of it has changed. I mean, we did this like 2-3 weeks ago, right? None of it has changed. We are sitting here doing exactly what we have always done, which is master and validator node. And then once it makes sense to liquidate at the top of the market, we will. And if you want to understand what that looks like, why, where we're going from there, go check that video out. I'm not going to sit here and keep repeating it because people are too lazy to go watch a video. I'm not going to sit here and repeat it on every single stream. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of everybody else's time. So with that being said, I do believe that it is hashtag Friday Pie Day. And I do believe that everybody should have a good hashtag Friday Pie Day with their beautiful families on this nice 3-day weekend, right? I think some places it's a 4-day weekend. I don't know. I don't ever get days off, right? Which is fine. We go 24/7, baby, 365. But I do have obligations. That is for sure. So with that being said, hopefully everybody has a good hashtag Friday Pie Day and a beautiful weekend with their beautiful families. I will see you all soon. I appreciate you so much. I wanted to show my ugly mug and my Velociraptor haircut to everybody and wish them happy Easter if you celebrate. If you don't, still happy Easter, dude. Don't be a friggin' party pooper, all right? Go find you some candy. Be happy. Eat some pie. We will see you soon. Peace.